Hey everyone, this 23-year-old rich girl, Yang Lan, has a drunk driving case where she hurt someone badly. The Australian court called her 4 times, but she never showed up. Now, people say she's safely back in mainland China. Some even say she left a stand-in behind to handle her court date in 2026, just 3 weeks before she fully vanished. From November 22 to 25, the Chinese Communist Party's number 3 guy, Zhao Leji, who is the head of the National People's Congress, quietly visited Australia. This was his most secret trip since taking the job. The Australian Parliament gave a rare order 24 hours ahead: close windows and doors, cut off Wi-Fi, and lawmakers stay away from certain areas. At such a touchy time, was Zhao Leji's visit just about China-Australia talks, or does it link to Yang Lanlan going back home? Even weirder, before that, Yang Lanlan got her bail rules loosened. No more curfew, fewer check-ins. All thanks to her lawyer, Cohen, a tough guy who defended Becky gang shootouts and got actor Zhao Yingxiang off a sex assault charge. The Australian legal world calls him fearless, a top criminal defense expert. These three things tie together so perfectly with an invisible thread. It makes you wonder, was Yang Lanlan's vanishing just a rich family's private plan? Or did someone use power beyond courts and borders? National level stuff. What level is she at to make Australian courts helpless, let her leave early, and have Zhao Leji step into Australia right when things go quiet? Is this just a simple drunk driving case, or the start of a cross-country power play? If you care about this topic, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell and pick all, so you don't miss future shows. On December 1st, 2025, just half a month after Yang Lanlan's last court hearing, a message spread fast in overseas Chinese media circles. It heated up this already mysterious Sydney drunk driving case. The 23-year-old rich girl Yang Lan is safely back in mainland China, and supposedly the Chinese Communist Party's number 3 personally picked her up. From November 22 to 25, 2025, Zhao Leji, a top leader in the Chinese Communist Party and head of the National People's Congress, made a 4-day, formal friendly visit to Australia. On the surface, it looks like normal diplomacy. But look closer at the details, and it's super weird like never before. Just 24 hours before Zhao Leji arrived, the Australian Federal Parliament Services sent an urgent internal email to all lawmakers, officials, and staff. The title was Security Alert: Security Measures During Chinese Delegation Visit. The rules were super strict and rare. 1. It marked the full path the delegation would walk in the Parliament building. It told lawmakers and staff to stay away from marked areas. 2. It warned that Wi-Fi might cut out in those areas, hinting at possible outside spying. 3. It required all offices near the path to keep doors, windows, and curtains closed the whole time. 4. It stressed no using phones, tablets, or any Bluetooth devices when the delegation passed by. This email shocked the Australian political world. Senator James Paterson asked, "Are we hosting a law-making group or a possible spy team?" This is Zhao Leji's 8th trip abroad since taking office. But nothing like this super strict, almost shut down the building, security ever happened. Officials said it's because ASAO detected high activity from Chinese hacker group Salt Typhoon. But the same threat was there in 2024 when Licheng visited, and back then it was just a normal reminder. Nothing about closing curtains. What's even more interesting, before Zhao Leji got to Australia, Yang Lan had already fully vanished for over a month. Australian media People News reported on November 15th her white Rolls-Royce Ghost worth 800,000 Australian dollars vanished from the garage in late October. On the same day, professional movers went in and out of her top-floor apartment in Watson's Bay. They cleared out all furniture and luxury items like a planned getaway. Vision Times on November 18 said after the mansion emptied on October 17, Yang Lan had no more public sightings. At the November 14 hearing, only her lawyer Cohen pleaded not guilty for her. The court delayed it but didn't issue an arrest warrant, seen outside as quiet okay to vanish. Australian police confirmed Yang Lanlan's some bail rules stopped in mid-November. But as of December 1, no public wanted notice yet. This odd quiet is seen by self-media as top-level pressure. The stand-in rumor adds more drama to the whole thing. As early as October 23, Daily Mail snapped pics of a mystery Asian woman going in and out of the apartment. Netizens compared and thought she might be a stand-in pic. Many X-platform users shared the same story. Yang Lan not only escaped the Australian court system, but might have left a stand-in to handle future hearings. If true, It breaks Australian bail laws. It also shows a gray area in cross-country identity tricks, making the real Yang Lanlan left the country seem real. All clues pile up, making the back home rumor very believable, especially how the timeline matches Zhao Leji's visit perfectly. It looks more like careful plan than quick escape. Overseas self-media internal reference on November 28 straight up said Zhao Leji's trip had two goals. First, keep China, Australia top ties steady. Second, bring Yang Lanlan back clean to China. If needed, even leave a fake Yang Lanlan for the Australian court. If these clues prove true, this case that started as drunk driving hurts person might upgrade from normal crime to a cross-country political event pulling China and Australia. Word is, victim George Plasaris's lawyers asked the New South Wales court for an urgent hearing. They want to cancel bail and issue an international arrest warrant. But as of December 1, the court just said, investigating. If you say Yang Lanlan's weird vanishing in Australia and Zhao Leji's quiet visit linked somehow, at first it was just self-media conspiracy guesses. But the next string of events turns coincidence into a spot on timeline setup. On October 17, 2025, Sydney's Downing Centre local court clearly said Yang Lanlan must show up in person on November 14. In the next 72 hours, China's customs data showed urgent quality checks on Australian iron ore jumped from 1% to 12%. Orders from big miners route into BHP and FMG in late October got technical delays. This policy shook Australian politics and business. Resources Minister Madeleine King rarely said on October 22A, when noticed some odd trade flows. You know, iron ore is Australia's lifeblood. 60% of it goes to China, making up over 20% of national exports. That's like 1 in 3 Aussies' jobs tied to China buying. But the timing is too touchy, right? When New South Wales court pressed on Yang's case, it makes you doubt if this was a national-level diplomatic move made just for Yang Lanlan. For folks who know Chinese Communist Party diplomacy, this isn't new. In the past 5 years, Beijing used this economy ace 4 times to hit Australia hard in 2020 because Australia wanted a COVID origin probe. Beijing banned Australian coal, lobster, lost over 20 billion Australian dollars in 2023 over the IUC-US sub-deal with Australia. UK, US iron ore quotas quietly cut 15%. In 2024, because Australia banned Hawaii from 6G tests, lobster and beef got technical holds again. And in October 2025, the ace came out once more. But this time for a 20-something woman in a drunk driving hurt case using such heavy economy leverage. At the 4th hearing, even weirder stuff happened. Yang Lanlan still didn't show, but her lawyer said, not guilty, in court. The court delayed again. For those who know Australian law, this is almost unbelievable. A foreign defendant misses 4 times, no arrest warrant, no forced jail, just quiet delay to 2026. This makes you ask a new question. Who is Yang Lanlan really? What level of power is behind her? Rich girl tied to underworld indirectly. If Yang Lanlan's sudden back home is dramatic enough, what shocked the whole Australian legal world most isn't her vanish. It's the totally against common sense, never seen court mercy level treatment she got before vanishing. In Australia, especially New South Wales local court, rules are clear. Normal person misses once, judge signs arrest warrant on the spot. But Yang Lanlan missed 4 times, and her bail rules got looser. First, curfew cancelled. Originally no going out from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., but her lawyer said, curfew causes mental stress, and judge just dropped it. Second, the forced ankle monitor got cancelled too. Check-ins went from 3 times a week to once, reason again, bad mental state, and court bought it. Many thought Yang Lanlan hired just a good lawyer, but when the name came out, all Australian legal folks went quiet. John Cohen. Cohen. This isn't a regular crime lawyer. This is the most argued about, most daring against police, deepest in grey zones guy in Australian legal history. Australian legal world calls him Bikie Gang's go-to lawyer, violent motorcycle gang's exclusive defender, the man who makes police break down. The 1984 Milpera shootout, Australia's most infamous gang blood case. 2 big motorcycle gangs, Comancheros and Bandidos, shot it out at a market. 7 dead, 28 badly hurt. Case shocked all Australia. Cohen was one of the defense lawyers. He tore apart evidence, picked police holes, made national cops headache. Key, he got gangs off. This case made him famous. In 2009 Sydney airport gang brawl death, Comanchero members beat a rival to death in the airport in front of everyone. World travelers screamed in fear and defending the accused. Cohen again. With procedure holes, Witness mix-ups. He got many defendants lighter sentences or even not guilty. Years defending gangs earned Cohen the gang lawyer title. Then the big Chinese circle case in 2019. Zhao Yingsang sex assault. Chinese star Zhao Yingsang faced heavy charges in Australia, possible life in jail. All China watched. Cohen used a bar video and witness contradictions to get Zhao not guilty in court. Now, here's the most absurd, most explosive, most real crazy part. Australian gangs need Cohen to protect them. A rich girl suspected tied to Chinese Communist Party top also needs Cohen to protect her. If Yang Lanlan is really Xi Jinping's secret daughter, it's like Xi's family hired an Australian underworld go-to lawyer to guard her. That ties CI indirectly to Australian gangs, like Chinese Communist Party's gang boss indirectly tied to Australia's gangs. One side, great and glorious. Other side, gang, go-to, linked together. The shock is like a movie plot. What level secret hides behind Yang Lanlan? Yang Lanlan's name should only be in a traffic crash record. Drunk driving wrong way, hurt person, wait for trial. But in just 4 months, her case like a mirror shows China, Australia profit chains, court system's weakness, and Chinese Communist Party power ways deep logic, all clear. A 23-year-old young woman can miss 4 court times, leave early, get bail rules looser, no chase after mansion empty, quiet vanish. In cross-country flights with tight checks, even leave perfect matching blank in top leaders visit timeline. This goes beyond personal explain. This isn't what money can buy. This isn't what a lawyer can do. This isn't rich with background special right. The only thing that can make whole court system auto-fail, diplomacy or auto-match, Australian government auto-quiet is Chinese Communist Party, national-level power, stepping in. And this power protects one person, or a family, or even some secret political thing that can't see light. Zhao Leji's real trip goal Australia won't say, Chinese Communist Party even less. Young Lanlan's background, maybe outside, never gets official answer. But timeline gives clearest hint she's not escaping, but being escorted, not hiding but being set up, not vanishing, but back to power's shield from another door. The real question may be just one. If just this 23-year-old girl can pull 2 countries' diplomacy, make top leader personally go, change Australian court ways, enjoy cross-country guard, then hidden on her what level secret is it, and this storm is it really over? Or it just started?